what is the difference between a product and a service. I'm stereotyping here, okay, but generally most of the things we see in the market are productized by the Westerner, and many a time companies from the West basically knows how to package an idea into a product. For the East, okay, again is a stereotyping, generally from the East side of the globe, many companies provide services. And we are looking at a world now where the West will come out with the idea, with a brand, and they call it as a product. But whether from the part where they manufacture the product all the way to delivering to the customer, after the idea onwards, they will actually outsource it to the East. Now, upon outsourcing to the East, the companies here in Asia region will actually do everything, you know, from the idea onward to the point where they deliver the goods. And this process is largely categorized as services. Okay, everybody know who she is, right? Do you know who took this photograph? It's taken by a photographer by the name of Milton Green. He actually spent a few years together with Marilyn Monroe, and he took quite a number of pictures of her, more than a couple of hundreds. And many of the pictures you have seen of Marilyn Monroe taken by him has now become so iconic that you probably don't, I mean, that's why I asked you who took the picture. You don't remember. But whereas you will remember images that you've seen of Marilyn Monroe. Now, Marilyn Monroe in the past few decades, ever since she passed on, the image alone on a yearly basis is worth close to $500 million US dollar. The image alone is licensed for various products. Marilyn Monroe's family has registered a company called Marilyn Monroe Estate. They will be the one licensing Marilyn Monroe's image for different companies to create different products. Now, however, in the case of what I'm trying to say here, the photographer Milton Green, nobody remembers him. Okay, but during the time when he was shooting Marilyn Monroe and he became famous for shooting Marilyn Monroe, he became a well-known figure in the photography field. Now, this is another image that is made famous by Joe Rosenta. This is an image when basically called raising the flag on Iwo Jima, is during the Second World War when the Americans defeated the Japanese in one of the islands. And this particular picture became the iconic picture that captures the imagination of the American of winning the Second World War. So, although this picture became very famous, the photographer who shot it was only known basically in his own field. The general public, very few of them will remember him, especially now. This was taken in 1945. This is another famous shot. There's no title to this image, but basically this picture is the picture that actually ended the Vietnam War. Because when this picture came onto the front cover of the newspaper then, everybody was shocked by this image of this guy on the right. He's supposedly a general from the army who executed a so-called members of the public in broad daylight. He just shot the guy. This particular shot was also captured in a video, so you could also see the video. But it became very well known because the Americans, after seeing this, started protesting against the Vietnam War, against their own government. And this led to subsequently the Americans pulling out of Vietnam. Now again, who remembers Eddie Adams? Very few of us. But we remember this image. This was on the cover of a magazine called National Geographic. It's taken of, it's an image of an Afghanistan girl that the photographer during 1985, he was there, he took a picture of this girl. And Stephen McCurry did not remember the girl's name, or rather he didn't take down the girl's name. But 20 years later he went back and he found her and he took another shot of her. This girl staring at you basically again became a very famous shot, and Steve McCurry after this shot also became very famous for taking portraits. So he was very sought after after this time. Now, what I'm trying to say here is all these photographers share one thing in common. They took one singular shot that elevate their name into a brand, where the industry, the related industry that they were in, basically know them for taking a worldwide famous shot. By capturing these iconic shots, the photographer himself has become a product, has become a brand. Now, only then people will come to you and say, can you do, more of such photographs for us? What you're then offering is a service. Okay? That means you are taking pictures for your future client. And these clients came to you because they know that you are well known or you are skilled in certain areas. So for photographers or to be photographers in this room, bear in mind, this is how you should position yourself between a product and a service. So the moral of the story is you just have to come up with one iconic shot. So behind taking that shot, right, that shot will make a difference for your life. If you can take an iconic shot, you won't have to worry for the rest of your life because you're going to get work coming to you.